Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about our dangle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how I make my dangle, what I use to make my dangle, and how easy it's to make my dangle. And then I'm going to show you how I hook my dangle up onto my full metal jacket trace that I just showed you all in the previous video. So I'm using dacron for my dangle. It's thin. If you guys can get your hands on slightly thicker dacron, will be perfect. So what I do is I double this dacron because it's a bit thin. Now we need to first ask ourselves when we're making our dangles, what bait are we going to be using? We can't make a long, super long dangle and have such a tiny bait on it like that. So what I do is I'm most of the time using mackerel and the head, and I'm putting cutlets on it. So we're making a bait for our sand sharks or diamonds, and I take about 15 centimeters of it. Please have a sharp scissor. It's so important. A sharp scissor for our braid, cutting dacron or line. It's such a pain when the scissor is blunt. So what I do is I'm doubling it up like this. I use the tag ends that are out. I just make a simple granny knot just to keep the two dacron pieces, the tag ends together like that. Simple dacron granny knot. I'm using a heavy duty steel ring. All I do is go through, pull it to the size that I want, and then I am going to be tying a figure 8 here. If you are doing this for the first time, you can make this as long as you want. The longer the better. I've seen guys even tie a granny knot there. It works. 2-3 granny knots do the job. You know, grannies are around for a long time, so they know what they're doing. So we're going figure 8. There we go. Pull that close. And there we have it. I'll show you exactly how we get this onto the hook. There you go. That's how it is. Pass me that trace, my darling.
Let's go.
Thank you. So I'm going to show you how to lock this ring. See, we've got the knot, but all we need to do is just put that in there. We can lock this in with the sinker and just pull that tight. There we go. The knot is nice and snug, and we can cut off this end here. Now, this is about the size of our mackerel head that we'll be throwing. We don't want this to be too long. Remember, you can always make this longer, you can make this shorter. Now to get this onto the hook, all I do is I open this up, I use my fingers, and I make a loop. I get this loop over, I get that, twist it around, and we end up with this. Just put your hook in, pull, and how's that? Super strong. This is doubled. You want to get it out? No problem. Just pull that there, and it's out. So that's how I make my dacron, guys. Super simple, and the fish feels nothing in its mouth. 100%. Thank you guys for watching. And our next episode, we're going to be talking about bait and how we get our bait onto this dacron dangle. And then we're going to be putting it onto this and sending it to the moon. So stay tuned.